Welcome to the seventh edition of our pre-race video with Mr. Robert Kallin. Robert, you are really a curveball into this race, and it's not like you haven't raced some of these pre-race favorites before. I mean, if we go down the list, Magnus, you raced him in Roth. Gustav, you raced him in Florida. Patrick as well in Roth, and Lionel. You shouldn't be that nervous, or what?
Well, all of the names that you say is like beating me, so I suppose
Yeah,
that I'm an underdog for this race. So that feels good to come from
yeah,
behind and don't have any pressure on me from outside.
yeah,
So yeah, I'm competing against them, and we'll try to do better this race.
yeah. And you told me we talked a little bit before this video about where you stay, and understand that you live a little bit outside with another dangerous outsider, a dark horse, Carl Smith, all the way from New Zealand, and his style of racing is a little bit similar to you. So have you guys maybe made a secret pact or something about maybe surprising him?
I can't reveal anything now,
No.
but yeah, we have to get to know each other before we race, and then maybe we come up with a plan. We will see.
Yeah. Have you ever seen a video or maybe recall back? I don't think you raced there, but I was actually there in Elsinore back in 2021, where Kyle he just absolutely annihilated the field, and that field included Magnus. So that was really impressive. Did you know that beforehand, or were you aware of him?
I've seen the results from that race and saw
Yeah,
his performance in the swim and absolutely on the bike,
yeah,
where he totally smashed it. So yeah,
yeah.
that was an impressive
So
race.
So did you guys was just random? I know it's been quite tough maybe to find a place without selling your house and your entire family to go to Hawaii. So was that a random, or where did you guys
It
meet?
was Lisa Norden that arranged this.
Ah, really?
She arranged this house first, but then she got another house in Kona for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
she stayed here with us for 1 week and then left for Kona. And
Ah,
then,
perfect.
yeah, she talked with Kyle and arranged with his to stay here as well. So,
Yeah.
th- th-
So she just took the role as the mother role there and just organized
yeah, she
everything.
was the race organizer. Yeah.
That's pretty nice there. So, Robert, what's been going on for you since the World Championship, because you had an eighth place there, and you didn't have the fastest bike split as per usual, but you managed to outsplit Andrew Starkovic, so it couldn't be that bad. So Kona preparation after World Championship, what have you been up to?
Yeah, the world champs, like I tried to take it a bit slower on the bike to do a faster
Yeah,
run, but maybe,
yeah,
yeah, I felt really good on the run, but I think that I could push it a bit more on the bike because I felt like
yeah,
I had a 330 speed and could hold that pretty easily, but not go any
yeah.
faster than that. Um,
Okay,
but yeah, it was a decent bike anyway. And
yeah.
yeah, since then the focus has been purely on this race, and I've been training back home in Sweden. Had a really nice training block, and then arrived here
Mhm.
for what is it like now 2 weeks ago, and
Okay.
have tried to yeah, try to get used to the heat and humidity. And
Yeah. Yeah, you don't have to worry, because I can't say that word
no,
either. I have to
yeah,
cover my mouth.
it's too hard.
It's really hard to say. Some of the other guys I talk to, they are surrounded by people who have raced Kona before or know a ton about the race. Who have helped you or tipped you about what to do for this race, or just have you just been very much on Google, or what have you done to get a little bit of inside knowledge?
I tried to talk to other Swedes that have raced here and
Yeah.
try to learn from their mistakes and their experience to get a little bit of knowledge of how to race
Mhm.
and how to prepare for the race. because
Yeah,
as you might know, like the first time here, it doesn't necessarily is a good thing in history. Like many people have had tough races here the first time, so I've tried
yeah,
to learn from other people and try to take with me that for the race to try to not make it a first time mistakes. Some I will
yeah.
probably do a
So
few
you
of
don't
them,
have
but
to.
not all of them.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. You have to so tick the box every time and make one mistake less every time you go. It's going to be quite interesting, but maybe you could share some info from the weeks you spent there. So like the first time you went into Queen K and maybe you recognized some of the scenery from all the countless of YouTube videos you have been watching while swifting and whatnot. So did you have some epic training rides or?
Yeah, I think like the first experience was the humidity. Like
Yeah,
when I saw like the forecast, it was like 34 degrees, and yeah, we could have that in Sweden, but it's like a
yeah,
whole different 34 degrees here with the humidity. So it
yeah.
was like quite a shock the first week to get out to train and really feel the
Mm-hmm.
heat. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so that was my first experience, maybe, and then the second experience was maybe like the wind. Like the first ride, I thought I had headwind. Then I changed direction, and it was still headwind.
Yeah. Oh, that's a
Yeah,
classic. Yeah,
but yeah, so that's some of the things that has been good to be here for 2 weeks because you get
yeah,
more used to it and you start to
yeah.
you start to like the wind in some ways because that makes
But
the race harder on the bike, and that's probably good for me and other strong bike rider.
even though we have a lot of people who are excellent swimmers and excellent bikers like yourself, it's probably yeah. I will probably say that it's a safe bet that you will be at least in the top 5 or top 6. But going there, training back and forth, and I don't know if you are active on Strava, but you might start to recognize your own name there if you upload your training there. So have you been a little bit tempted to push it up Harvey or downhill or anything?
I have made a few efforts,
Yeah,
try
yeah,
to figure out where to push and where to hold back a bit, and
yeah, yeah,
but I spare like the whole like going full gas until race day, so
yeah.
try to keep it controlled on training.
Exactly. And if we look at the bike splits in Roth, like Magnus, he's just set a new record there, and I believe actually you also was able to go below the previous record only like 1 minute and a half plus a few seconds more slower than Magnus. So of course we can all figure out that a flat course suits you. But what is your impression about Queen K and the climb and so on? Does that suit your way of racing the bike, do you think?
I think so. That makes the bikes
Yeah,
harder, and I think
yeah,
that
yeah.
these rolling hills, not like any steep
Mm,
hills, will suit me. Like sit in the TT position all day, and it's
mm,
all yeah. It's like I used a lot of training on the trainer on the winter, and there you have
mm-hmm.
to be in the same position, like with the same cadence, the same power for a whole time, and you can
Yeah,
do that here on Queen's K as well. Like you just look down
okay.
in the tarmac and go for it, and
Yeah,
so yeah,
I love it.
I think hopefully it will suit me.
People who have been watching Kona, people who know Ironman Hawaii, is that it's not a race where you can just roll the dice without getting the hammer unless you are really really smart there. And your style of racing has pretty much been okay. I just really want to go fast now. So just to get to understand your way of thinking. Like you are 50th placed on the world rank, so it's not like people they expect something particular from you. So do you feel like, well, I can people don't expect anything and I can just go to the front, or I really want to have my best race possible here, and therefore I want to be a little bit conservative, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I hope that
Yeah.
yeah, I hope that I will make a PB on the marathon, if that
Yeah.
answers your question. So I hope
Yeah.
to go under 3 hours at least, and
Yeah.
to do that, maybe I have to back off. Maybe not back off like the average power on the bike, but maybe
Yeah.
take it down and not have the peaks, and try to make it more yeah, more even on the whole bike course. And
Yeah.
yeah, so
So
I don't know if that's answer your
do
question or
you?
not.
Yeah, I think I'm up to. I totally know what you mean. The back in 2019, I was actually in Hawaii watching the race, and I talked to Christian Högenhau afterwards, and he was like shocked how many watts it took to just stay within the front group for the first hour. But a lot of things have changed, and you are maybe 7 or 8 guys who will come up really close to one another, and you are all able to just punish that bike like we never seen before. So do you think that it's going to be some of the same, that you guys will really have to put in an effort within the first hour, or how do you imagine that dynamics will go this time around? If you just, of course you can't know, but what are your thoughts on that?
I think it will be one first group from the swimming that will be pretty big, and one second pack
Yeah.
with maybe me and other strong cyclists like Hagenhög, Ditlev, to name two of them. And then on the bike, we will see if someone will push it from the beginning, or if we gradually push it. So I'm not sure. I have to think about that and see what my tactics will be, and we will see on race day.
What about being the fastest Swede to beat Jesper Svensson? Is that something that also a little bit important for you, as have had to state the national rankings there at the race as well?
It's not the most important, but yeah, it would be nice. But
Yeah.
I
Yes.
hope that he will have a great race as well. So if I beat him, I
Yeah.
hope that I'm gonna do a better race, not that he will do a worse race. So if he have a good day and I have a bad day, then I hope that he will beat me. But
Yeah.
of course,
Yeah.
I want to beat him as well.
Yeah, exactly. But the race is quite clever designed, so you are able to see one another quite a few times on the bike and the run. So you are able to give each other a handshake or something like that to push one another forward. We talked about before that it's really getting close now, and you just signed up, and you were at the. Was that actually this afternoon that you were at the briefing?
It was this afternoon. Yeah.
Yeah. So what's left for you to do now? I believe all training is done more or less. So just take us through your plans for the next day. Of course, I know Thursday everything is shut down for the women's race. So what's your plans for the coming days?
I will do some lighter training with some easier pickups to keep up the system, and to have like the not the speed in the legs, but to have the race feeling in the legs. And then on Friday it's checking the bike and just take it easy, and early morning going to Kona on Saturday and do my best.
Yeah. It sounds like a what do you call it, a really strict but doable plan. Do you have any friends or family or relatives coming to support you on race day, or are you Tutzel, as they say in French, all
No,
by
my
yourself?
father is here and support me. So yeah.
Okay.
Really nice
So
to have him
yeah,
here.
it's always good. Yeah, exactly. I talked to a Danish professional, Martin Jensen. I think he raced like 10 years ago, and he said The worst thing about Kona is that when you put the bike in T2, you are running down Ali Drive all by the hotels where most people stay, and it's just so tough that all you want to do is just quit and go into your room in the cooling and everything. So it's these mind games. So I think it's really, really important to have a person that's close to you to know how to motivate you and know what to say, that you don't want to disappoint.
Yeah, I think so too. Like it's gonna be just as much a mental battle as a physical one.
Yeah.
And yeah.
So if people are into an athlete's mind at that point, are you just focused on data? Like, I know you're a little bit of a data geek, so are numbers running in your head, or what's going on when you're really in the hurt locker there?
Mostly like to keep moving, just to keep moving and take me to the next aid station. Like mostly I break up the run with the aid station. So I mostly focus on the next aid station and to get me there. Not as much as in numbers actually, because I think that it could be pretty devastating in like the end of the run where you see numbers you don't want to see. So then it's usually better for me to ignore them and just keep running no matter what like the numbers say.
Exactly. So take a big task and just chop it into tiny bits and just take it one by one. I think it's a smart way to do it. What about do you guys live a bit far away from the aquatic center and also Digby Beach? So what have you done swimming-wise?
It's a swimming pool here at the resort, actually. Yeah.
Okay, really? Yeah.
So it's a 25-meter pool, really nice one. So we have done our swimming here.
Back to 2019, there was about 2,500-3,000 athletes, and with 5,000 athletes racing, I believe the roads and everything is super crowded. So I think you made a smart move to pull back a little bit.
I think so. Like when I went to Kona today, it was so busy. I don't like understand how they even get out on the roads with the bikes. It must take so long time. So it's quite nice to live a bit north of the city.
So it's you're basically just you go outside the hotel or
and then
exactly. You're on the road.
I live like halfway to Havi, so it's quite nice to have to do either the Havi loop or down to Kona on the bike.
I saw that some of the locals, they even put out some information that with all the new athletes coming, that people should respect certain rules. Have you experienced any like dangerous situations or any like hostility?
No, actually not. I think that it has been good while I've been out. It's just that the shoulders are not. It's very much glass on the shoulders. I have 3 flats already. I hope that my bad luck there is over for this time. And
as I talked to Sarah Svensk about, we shouldn't have a Norman Stadler situation where you're just standing in the lava field and we're going too much glue, and that's just too devastating. Okay, it's no secret that you are Robert. You're one of the bigger guys there. So maybe for some of the people watching here wondering, a tall Viking like you, how much fuel do you need to have before race? Like I just like eating like 1.5 kilo of pasta, or what is your pre-race meal look
normally
like?
I eat rice with like a bit of chicken pre-race, like the day before. So I think that I'm pretty usual in that. I think that a lot of athletes is doing that meal before the race, but probably I eat a bit more than the rest.
I believe so. Okay, it's great. Are you actually able to cook your own food?
We have a
where
kitchen here, so it's really nice.
Oh, okay. It's pretty, and also maybe to save a little bit of money for the.
And that's great. What's in it, and how to prepare, and you get big enough meals.
Maybe we should finish off with a little bit of a geeky question. If you have followed Magnus, he has been working with Fusion and some of his other sponsors about some aerodynamics, going a lot to the velodrome. So are you going to test something exciting new, or are you more like okay, if it ain't broke, if it don't fix it, if it ain't broke? Are you going to try something new and exciting on race day?
No, I would think I will have quite the same setup. I'll race with the new Fusion tri-suit. That's like the new thing for me for this race, and I'm really excited to try it out. But otherwise, it will be the same as my last races.
Exactly. So just make sure that the zipper don't break, because it looks stupid when you run down the finish line with a broken zipper. So we are, and I think what I love about it is, even though it's basically, it's really white, it's so easy to see you guys, and I don't know if it's the marketing department in Fusion who thought about, okay, if we give a suit to Magnus and one to Sam Laidlow and one to Robert Kallin, then we guaranteed some airtime at least. But it looks super cool, because it's not the first time this year that we have been seeing the Fusion kits flying up front there.
I hope that there will be a lot of white dresses up there.
Yeah, me too. And I think it's going to be very exciting. So that's all for now. And you are, I think it's it's almost bedtime in Kona. It has been a pleasure to talk to you, Robert, and I think you are going to smash it.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Keep strong, mate.